Well, the design of the F-Type is it carries very much the Jaguar design ethos. The same as it's always been, really. It's about great, exciting proportions. And of course, proportions that are relevant to now. Not to the 60s, the 50s, but real 21st century proportions and visual architecture. And also it's about purity of line, beautiful lines that are easy for you to look at, easy to understand. And very pure surfaces you just almost want to touch, to enjoy. Well, we always start our Jaguar designs with first principles, and those principles are always there. But when you get to the detail of the car, yes, we have pulled one or two elements from the E-Type. For instance, the tail lamps are very much inspired by the E-Type. They're horizontal, they've got a roundel in them. And if you understand the E-Type tail lamp, you probably recognise it. But the point is, you must love the tail lamp and not know anything about its origins, or in fact its inspiration. The two must work together. The profile of the tail end is slightly inspired by a more classic looking sports car, but again reinvented in a very modern way. And it's that combination of beautiful, simple, classical lines with modern architecture, modern visual architecture, that makes it so special. And there are other details. The headlamps we've kept as singular lamps, which is very important for a Jaguar sports car. And it has a power bulge down the bonnet, which you can see in existing Jaguars, but that goes way back to the 60s on the sports cars and also on the saloons as well. So there's lots of details. When you look at the interior, we wanted something that was very mechanical, very tactile. And if you remember Jaguars of old, for instance, the E-Type, they had these lovely switches that went click, click, click. And I wanted to capture some of that feeling of something that was very mechanical, as those cars were in this modern car. And it really does feel like that. It's a very modern interior, but you get that essence of the car, the tactility of the car coming through as you did in older cars. So that was very important to capture that. Well, I was 7 years old when the E-Type came out, and I just looked at that car and I thought, wow, that is the most amazing thing ever. And it was inspiring. I wanted to be a car designer even at that age, but this is a car that really inspired me so much to go and get my pencil and paper out. Little did I know that I'd be involved in its successor. And so emotionally and personally, it means a huge amount to me, a huge amount. I feel very honoured and very, very satisfied with it. I'll be honest with you here. When I'm designing a Jaguar with my great team that I have, I'm not always thinking of customers. I'm thinking of the core of the brand, because I know that these people out there want to buy a Jaguar. And I think if you pamper too much to what customers might expect or want, you probably create the wrong thing. That's always been my design philosophy. You create something from within and the customers will come to you. And I don't know quite who they are yet. They're a pretty eclectic mix. But they'll understand performance and understand art. I know that much.